What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. We've got a great video for you guys today. We're going to talk about why drivers are quitting Uber and Lyft right now. Before we jump into this video, we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is an amazing app. It gets drivers guaranteed pay, and it has a lot of other incredible features on it as well. Our viewers are going to get $10 just for signing up using the link in the description below. So check that out and let's dive in. So one of the biggest emails I've seen coming from people on the channel is that they're quitting Uber and Lyft and switching to delivery. Now, in my opinion, DoorDash has always been the best delivery app because it gives you the most. And Uber Eats is starting to really suck, and it's starting to do a lot of, moves like Uber and just remove your access to see what you're really doing. But there's a lot of benefits to delivery, and I think a lot of people are like, you know what? If the money's not even that great on Uber and Lyft, the risk isn't worth it anymore. And that's sadly what you see a lot of, is that no matter what happens, Uber has proven time and time again it really doesn't care about its drivers. There's been so many scenarios. A lot of you guys have written into us with some of your stories that make me sick to my stomach on how Uber treats you guys. You've got scenarios where people are fighting in your back seat and they tear up your back seats and nothing gets done. I had a scenario where a dude literally urinated in my back seat in an Uber ride. Very horrible experience. Nothing was done. The list really goes on and on and on and on. And I think people are just getting to a point where they're like, the risk isn't worth it. We get all these people in our car. Another horrible thing is the amount of times that we get rides and it's like Tom, but he's ordering the ride for Jennifer. And I'm like, I don't really know Jennifer, bro. I don't really know what she's about. I don't know if she's safe enough to pass a background check. The amount of sketchiness, I look back at numerous rides I gave where I'm like, I should probably be thankful that I'm even alive for this. So the reality is, it used to be that you definitely made more money doing Uber and Lyft, but that's not really the case anymore unless there's a good promotion going on. And in my experience, I've always gotten better tips on delivery than I did on Uber and Lyft. Now that's kind of to be expected. This is almost in a way the restaurant industry where people feel more inclined to tip. Not as many people are as familiar with how the cab industry works, so I don't think many people saw it as needing to tip. And the base fare is, higher for Uber and Lyft. Still not worth it, but it is higher technically, so I think some passengers see it as, the better option. But what I'm seeing is that most drivers are quitting for safety reasons. They've gotten to a point where they can't trust Uber enough to care about them. They don't feel like they'll be protected. They feel like if something does happen, it's not like Uber's gonna have their back. They're always gonna back the customer anyways. And this is true in safety issues. This is true in fraud issues. This is true in pretty much every scenario. Uber always will side with the customer. So drivers are hitting a point where they're like, the pay, I think most can figure out a way to make it work if they're just supplementing their income. But I think they're hitting a point where if I'm going to supplement my income, I'm going to supplement my income where I get more tips, I'm safer, I have more control, I can listen to whatever I want while I'm in the car, and I'm not dealing with these crappy people all day. There's a lot of customers that really treat their drivers like crap. I've dealt with them. I would say a good majority of my rides are solid. But when I've done a lot of nighttime driving, I've gotten some really, really sketchy clientele. I've given some rides where I'm not sure if I was involved in a drug deal or something worse. And you're just left in these vulnerable, uncomfortable positions. And knowing that you have a company that doesn't give a crap about you doesn't make it any easier to deal with. So I'm interested to hear some of your guys' thoughts. We've seen a lot of emails, but are some of you quitting to just pursue something else entirely, or are you quitting for the safer option? Let us know below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out Solo, linked in the description below. Get that free $10. and stay tuned for more updates.